Hey, what's going on? This is a review of the Energy Suspension Hyperflex motor mount inserts for a 5th generation Prelude. This will also work in a 4th generation, I believe. I'm going to just quickly talk about install and impressions. So let me show you the car. And I've already installed it, so this will not be a detailed install, but I'm going to tell you everything I think you need to know. Basically, there's 4 mounts on this car. There's a driver's side, a passenger's side. There's a front right there, and you can see the mount insert in there. It's this soft poly right here on either side of it. And then the other one is right under the throttle body. I'm not going to show it to you, but it's down there. If you're watching this video, you know there's one of the bolts right there in the center of the camera. So the idea with these is with traditional solid motor mounts, you get a better feel because there's more connectedness without the air in the soft rubber of the mount, but it also adds a lot of vibration. So this is sort of a compromise. You put a soft insert into the existing stock mount, and it increases your the feel. You know, it's sort of like having shoelaces untied running, and then you tie them tight and you run. That's kind of the difference. You tie them tight. That's how it feels. So the car feels tighter. You get a little more sound, feel, vibration. It's more bassy. And then also when you're shifting from like first to second gear, or any gear, second to first, any of them, when you come out of gear, when you let go of the clutch and you come into gear, there's a little bit of movement of the engine, and you can feel it in the whole car. When you put an insert or a solid mount in, it reduces that, so it's instant. So as soon as you the gear engages, you get the power immediately. So it's a subtle difference, but it's enough to make a little bit of difference in feel. And Honda's big engine, the H22A. So it's enough to make a difference, and the car isn't faster, but it feels faster because there's less slop in between shifts, is sort of the idea. So how do you install this? Let me show you. This is all I used. I recommend getting some silicone lubricant. Spray that all over the mounts, especially once you get the inserts back in, when you're putting them back in, because it makes things move in and out a lot easier. And basically you just need a ratchet. I've pretty much did everything with a 17, a couple extensions, and a universal joint right here at the end. And then you'll also need a 14 and a 10, which I'll talk about. But let me just talk about the install real quick, and then I'll talk about impressions. So basically you get the car up. I put mine on ramps, and then I put a jack under the engine with a wooden block, lifted it up a few millimeters, and the front is fairly simple. You just basically remove that 17 right down there in the center of the video, and then you remove these 3 17s, I believe, also. Actually, no, those were 14. Yeah, those were 14s, I think. And then the bracket comes right out, and then you just put the insert in, and then you put it all back together. And then back here, some people, I read one review, the guy said you'll want to set your car on fire after doing this. It really wasn't that bad. All I did was just remove the intake tube. I left the throttle body on. You can reach all 4 bolts with this. And the 1 bolt you'll go in from the side, which is the same bolt here that goes into the mount. And then the 3 to take the mount itself off the car back here. 1 you can go here, 1 you can go here, and the other I went right here in front of this the throttle cable. And you just fit right down there, get a flashlight, and it just comes right off. All 4 of them rather, came off very easily. A few install notes. There is a 14 millimeter bolt, nut rather, holding a little piece of iron on to the top of that back mount. You can take that off real easily. Just remove the nut and pull that piece off, and it'll allow it to come out a lot easier. Make sure you put that back on, though. It is a dampener for vibration, so if you don't put that on there, you're probably going to have more vibration than you want. And another thing to note, I told you needed a 10 millimeter socket because the blend door actuator, or it's the blend door mechanism rather, for the cold to hot is also right back there against the firewall. You'll see it when you're at the mount. And just take a 10 millimeter and loosen that, And you don't have to take it off, you just loosen it, and then there's a bolt coming out of the firewall, so once you loosen the nut, you can just take that whole mechanism assembly and you'll be able to move it around, and that will give you more room to wiggle the mount out, and it comes out a lot easier. I did the front in an hour and a half, I did the back in an hour. The back's actually the harder one because there's less room, but the front I did it first. I was just probably going slower, and I had a little hard time re-engaging the bolts, but I did everything in about 2.5 hours start to finish. And a couple more tips that I wanted to show you in here that might be helpful. So one thing is when the back mount looks just like this. And so this is the front of the car and this is the back. So you got one here and one back here. And when you're putting this in, the material of the insert itself is in the way. So when you're trying to re-engage this bolt into those back two holes to put it back into the car, it's going to hit the material, and that's why I trimmed the material. So you'll see what I'm talking about once you put the material back in your rear mount. Just before you stick it in there, just shave off enough here where that bolt can engage easily. Otherwise, what I did is I put the whole thing in, and then I couldn't get the bolt seated because the material was in the way. So I had to take it back out and then shave it and then put it back in, which is a pain in the butt. So do that on the front side. And then, let's see, I talked about the 10 millimeter. Talked about, let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was make sure you use plenty of lubricant. So if you imagine like those holes, especially the ones like if you say this is the hole where the bolt went into. So once you pull the bolt out, you know, you've got, like in my case, the car is 19 years old. So you've got grime and gunk and, you know, like all kinds of junk in there. And when you pull that out, plus like, let's say it's just there's a little pressure, you know, and so when you pull it out, you might shear the threads a little bit. So you could have like little metal shavings or dirt or oil or grime or whatever, and it's going to fall into those threads, the female threads. And then when you go to reinstall, it may not want to take, especially the aluminum, which is the front. The front mount is you're going to be going into aluminum, so it's soft. And if there's any like compromise in there in terms of grit or anything, it's going to try to cross thread, especially if you don't have it lined up, which I'll talk about in a moment. So I would just really recommend, this is what I did. I just sprayed like the whole mount, the insert, the threads, everything, the male threads, the female threads in the car, everything I spray down with lubricant. And that way it cleans it off and it just gives you a lubricated, you know, you're working with lubrication so you can easily reinstall it. If you don't do that, you're going to risk cross-threading, you're going to risk contaminating the threads, etc. So I would recommend spraying things down. And yes, that could cause, you know, things to back out easier. But hey, you just, next time you check your oil, put your, you know, take your socket and just check everything and make sure it's tight. I've not had any problem with it. So, and then the other thing I thought that was worth mentioning is just, when you are reinstalling, and I ran into this, that's why the front took me a little longer. So when you jack the car, you know, you just imagine this is the female and this is the male, and you're pulling all those out. You pull it out, right? But then you're taking like your 30 minutes and you're having your, you know, your Pepsi or your beer or whatever your friend calls. And in that time, if you have a hydraulic lift, it might slowly do this. And then when you go to reinstall, you're going to have this problem. And again, that could cause cross-threading or whatever. So you just want to make sure that you know, in my case, I took a mirror and a camera, and I just looked in there before I reinstalled, and I made sure I was lined up. And in my case, I wasn't, both front and back. It had just sagged a little bit. So, you know, the engine's going to move around anyway. So just make sure you play with your jack, because you're jacking the engine, and you just want to jack it, move it around, whatever you need to, so that it can go right in. And it will go right in. If you're having a hard time re-engaging any of the bolts, that's why. So you need to just, you know, move the engine up or down and make sure you're perfectly on. You don't want to go in at an angle, or you don't want to be like trying to do this. It's not going to go. Again, use lubricant and everything will be fine. Review of the product. It's really great. Final thing I want to say is that I ended up cutting the back mount in half, because when I had everything installed, it was just too much vibration. Even after a week, like I drove it a few hundred miles and it was just too much with the air conditioning on. Like the car was loud and it was rattling. It was just too much for me. So I wanted a little bit of comfort in the car. I didn't like that. So I ended up taking the back mount back out. I cut it in half, and this is the bottom half of the mount. And if you just imagine right here, like this being the mount, I cut the bottom half off, which goes in the smaller hole. This is a hole, and this is a hole. So the top hole is shaped more like a C. The bottom hole is more flat. This is the bottom. So what I did is I put the top piece in, but I left the bottom piece out, which was the smaller piece. And that was perfect. With that installed and everything buttoned back up, there is hardly any extra vibration, but it really improves the feel. And you might say, well, you know, that's going to compromise it. It's not. It's no big deal. It's just basically putting less material inside the stock mount than you would have. And then if you don't like that, you can always just take this. I could always just take this and pop it back in. It's clamped in by the bracket, so you know it's held in tight. The fact that it's cut in half is going to make absolutely no difference. So it's perfect for me like this. I really like it. Again, took a little bit of experimentation, but I highly recommend the mod. It's like $38 on eBay right now, and not a bad install at all, and made a nice difference in the car. So hope you enjoyed, and if you have questions, leave them for me. Happy modding. Enjoy the day.